Hi, this is Gadget Man 404, and today this is the last official flight of my syma x8c for 2015. As you can see, it is a very windy day, but I decide, well, I've got nothing to lose, so I'm going to have a go anyway. Basically, it was so windy that I didn't realise just how windy it was until I got to the field where I fly from. Now, normally I've not flown from this top field. I normally fly the field behind me, quite low down. So I thought, oh well, I'll see what's up here, go somewhere different for a change. But basically what happened was, obviously the higher up the hill you go, the stronger the wind got. Now you can see it's a lovely clear day, which is why I went for a fly today, because I was off work yesterday and it was I was so busy with family coming round, I didn't actually get a chance to go out. And obviously it's New Year's Eve today, so I wanted this to be my last flight for 2015. I have my Kit Vision Edge HD10 camera underneath, and all I've got holding it on is a piece of foam between the camera and the bottom of the quad, a few elastic bands just really bound tight, and a velcro strap which I've made myself. It is struggling at this point to try and go forward. I'm trying to go forward more at this point, and the wind is literally just holding me there. So then I start to bank to my left. As you can see, I'm turning, and then when I actually bank completely to my left, the wind just blows me completely right nearly down the other side of the field. So I'm trying to gain control at this point to make sure that I don't lose my quad, as the wind is very strong and it is literally blowing me all over the place, and I'm trying to go in the old field and come back on myself, but basically the wind is that strong I can't even get into the other field. So I just start to come a bit low at this point and start to fly around, just general flying really, because the wind's quite strong and I can't really do great deal. I'm filming in 720p 60 frames a second, and as you can see, because it's such a really lovely clear day, that you're getting all the greens from the grass, the nice blue sky, you can see all the detail of the trees, etc., and all the hedges. When I'm going sideways like that, it's fine. But when I'm trying to go against the wind, which is what I'm trying to do now, as you can see, that's the only drawback with this quadcopter. I love this quadcopter, but when you want a bit of power, that's even in mode 2 or high speed setting, it just hasn't got it. On a clear day, no problem, it will be absolutely fine. But or on a calm windy day, should I say, flies around really fast, no problems. But with a bit of breeze, now today was more than just a bit of breeze, it was bloody windy. But I thought I've got to do it because I'm at work tonight, this is the last day I can go flying, and I wanted to have one more flight for this year basically. This is a long flight, I will not pull any punches. I think it's 11 minutes worth, but please, if you watch it from the beginning, you can always fast forward. There is a crash at the end, so I have finished the year as I started with a crash. I didn't do any damage to the quadcopter. Luckily it's been quite laden with water the last few days. It's rained so heavy that I just got a lot of mud splat on my props, and the camera actually does come off, but I've checked the camera out at home, no damage, the lens isn't cracked or anything like that, but it does come down. Luckily I wasn't very high, but it does come down at it's actually over this field where I am now, but I'm not as high as this when the battery runs out, because I think I set my alarm for about 8.5 minutes. Didn't really calculate into the fact that it's windy, so the motors are working a bit harder than usual, so they would have to obviously use more power, and that cuts down your flight time basically. But I'm a newbie, you know, so you have to be a bit more forgiving. I don't remember everything I should do at some points, and I just love flying. I do it for fun. I'm not in any clubs. I don't race or anything like that. I just like getting aerial photography. My camera's really good with this quadcopter, but I am looking for a 1080p 60 frames a second, but it's got to be lightweight. So if you've got any ideas of what kind of cameras I should be looking into, please drop me a line. I do get back to all messages left me. Sometimes it takes me a bit longer than normal because I'm at work and I don't always get the alerts on my phone, but that should change now because I've actually got a Pebble watch that I got for Christmas, which is fantastic, and it's all linked to my Facebook and calendar and Google and all that. So basically, when people do drop me a line, it literally comes straight through to my watch, which is fantastic. My phone doesn't even have to be anywhere near me. It could be quite some distance, but the Bluetooth function works absolutely perfectly. I will be doing a review on that watch later on in the year or early in the new year, as it is now New Year's Eve. But as I say, I'm working now, and it is about 6:30 in the evening until 10 o'clock, and I'll be doing I'm working again tomorrow, so I don't know if I'll get a chance to do what I want to do tomorrow, but in the next few days I'll do a review on the Pebble watch because it's absolutely wicked. I just love it. Mine's the basic black strap, which you can I believe change straps because they're 22mm, and then you can put metal straps on yourself or different leather straps, but I'll talk more about that later. But it is a wicked piece of tech. It's been out a while. I had no idea I was even getting it because I didn't ask Santa for it, but very, very pleased that I've got it, even though the original one was faulty from PC World and they didn't have any in stock, so we had to take it back, get a refund, and eventually we ordered one from Amazon, and that was amazing service. You know, we ordered it on one day and the next day, I think it was bank holiday, it was here. So yeah, you can't really fault Amazon. They were perfect, but PC World weren't that helpful, and basically I decided to get another one, but that's another story. This video I'm actually doing a voiceover with an app called Power Director, and it's an Android app for your phone, and I'm watching the video and I'm recording over. So I'm watching my video live, and then I'm recording my voiceover for you guys, and then it'll condense it and add it all on afterwards. So that should be really useful, because in the past I don't really do much talking, just a bit at the beginning and at the end. But here comes the crash. So at this point I've been flying for nearly a minute over, and then I lose power, and luckily I wasn't high at that point. This sequence just goes on for about another minute, so if you want to fast forward this bit out, by all means please do so. And as always, I just want to thank all you guys for all your support and the comments and for subscribing. I just do this as a bit of fun, but I really do love the hobby. I'm going to start getting FPV gear early in the year. I've already seen a camera and transmitter in one that's only weighs 20 grams, so I'm definitely going to have that. At this point I am walking or running from the other field, and I have to run over a stile, some barbed wire fencing, and then come back, which is why it takes me a bit of time to get to this point. But please be patient, because it's just about to end and I'm literally going to pick up the camera, and you might hear me talking, but I'm going to add this voice over so it's more than the original. And I just want to say thanks for a cool 2015. I'm so amazed that even people were interested in stuff that I've been doing. You know, it's just started to rain now, so I'm going to have to go in a minute anyway, because I don't want to damage my phone. But basically, yeah, I just want to say thanks to everybody for subscribing to me. Thanks for the people that do drop me a line. I do get mainly positive comments and likes. I do get a few dislikes, but that's just the nature of the beast. Now this is the point where I tell you I get a bit of mud splatter on the quad, but I've flown it after this point and there's no damage, and I've cleaned it since. So I'll just have a quick strip down early in the new year, just make sure there's no dry mud. But I just want to say thanks again, you guys. Yeah, this is Gadget Man 404. Let's have a good new year, everyone.